Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. In the headlines today, Shops Collective of Sale RSP develops critical structure to save substantial cash outflow for the company. Roshni workshop for retiring employees organized by Rourkela Steel Plant. And Vigilance Awareness Program organized by Rourkela Steel Plant at NIT Rourkela. Now the news in detail. The Shops Collective of Sale Rourkela Steel Plant RSP, exhibiting sheer determination and innovativeness, has developed a spare spreader beam for the hot metal crane of steel melting shop 2. The enterprising effort has not only helped the company in saving substantial cash outflow but also ensured the availability of the critical spare to quickly restore production in case of any exigency. Notably, the spreader beam of the imported hot metal crane of SMS2 call number 2020 was experiencing frequent problems related to the jamming of the pulleys. In order to rectify it, the spreader beam had to be lowered from the crane to remove the pins holding the pulleys. However, due to prolonged use and hot working conditions, the pin was getting stuck up and it had to be scooped out at the shops. The entire rectification activities used to take around 20 to 25 days. Crane number 2020 is a critical crane and SMS2 production was getting affected on account of non-availability of the crane during its repair. The spreader beam is a box structure weighing 20 ton, 9.8 meter long, 2.1 meter wide and 1.5 meter height. The huge structure was either to be purchased or to be developed in-house. The shops department chose the second option, although it called for huge amount of additional effort. The entire frame was developed in quick time in the structural and fabrication shops. The beam machining for different seats for fixing of pulleys and de-shackle holes was to be machined. The huge structure was beyond the range of any of the available machines in shops. The mechanical shop took up the challenge to accomplish the machining. Different reference points were taken into consideration for machining and it was decided to finish the work of the beam in 4 settings. The first setting machining is in progress at present. The cost of a new spare is around 50 lakhs. Enterprising efforts like these will no doubt help the plant achieving Mission 3500, the initiative launched recently to bring down the cost of production of saleable steel. Roshni, a 2-day workshop for retiring employees of Rourkela Steel Plant RSP, was held at CPTI Auditorium on 17th and 18th October 2019. Mr. N.K. Samantrai, CGM, Purchase, presided over the inaugural session. Mr. B.K. Raut, GM in charge, PNHS and SW, and Mr. S.K. Nayak, GM, F&A, were also present on the occasion. In all, 118 employees, both executives as well as non-executives, retiring in the month of October, November and December of 2019 attended the program. The program covered topics such as mindset for smooth transition to a new phase of life after retirement, ensuring good health and well-being, procedure for smooth final settlement, sale mediclaim scheme, financial security planning and enriching personal life through hobbies, a session on holistic approach for a meaningful life was also organized for better coping mechanisms. The sessions were conducted by Mr. A. Mahanti, DGM Environment Engineering, Mr. S.K. Acharya, Senior Deputy Director, IGH, Mr. V.P. Arya, AGM, CNIT, Mr. S. Barpanda, DGM Personnel, Social Welfare and Canteen, Mr. R. Sarangi, DGM FNA, Mr. N.C. Das, Manager FNA ES, and Mr. T.B. Topo, Senior Manager Horticulture. The retiring employees, along with their spouses, attended another session on holistic approach for a meaningful life on 18th early morning at Bizu Patnaik Hockey Stadium. The session was conducted by Mr. Sajal Chanda. An intervention called Sail Family was organized in this workshop where all participants were asked to give details of their fellow colleagues. The aim of the session was to keep contact with one another even after retirement and remain to be Sail Family even after retirement. Dr. P.K. Sahu, GM Personnel, chaired the valedictory session and received the feedback. The workshop was coordinated by Mr. S. Barpanda, DGM Personnel, C, W and ES. An awareness program was organized by the Vigilance Department of Rourkela Steel Plant for the students of NIT Rourkela at the Senate Hall of the institution on 19th October to mark the forthcoming Vigilance Awareness Week 2019. Dr. Animesh Biswas, Director NIT Rourkela, was the chief guest of the program. Present on the occasion were Mr. A.C. Rathi, GM Vigilance and ACVO, RSP, Dr. Saros Kumar Patel, Dean, Student Welfare, NIT Rourkela, Dr. Ms. Samita Mahanti, President, Student Activity Center, NIT Rourkela, and officials of Vigilance Department. The program was organized by Vigilance Department of RSP in association with the Inquisitive Club and the Literature Society Student Activity Center of NIT Rourkela. The program was commenced with the administration of the Integrity Pledge by Mr. Anand Kumar, Manager, Vigilance. It was followed by a quiz competition. 20 teams comprising 2 students each participated in the written preliminary round. 8 teams qualified for the final round. The final round was oral in nature and included audiovisual sections and the Bajar round. The program was concluded with the prize distribution ceremony. Here we come to the end of this edition of News Bulletin. Namaskar.